dead? My father's asking the question after my friend Rick, who had been there when I got hit by the car, ran to my house to get my parents. I'm lying on the ground. I'm sprawled on the ground, unconscious, blood coming from my mouth, nose. The impact was hard enough that my shoes were knocked off. My dad looks up from my body to the driver, and the rage starts to build, and I'm told that my friends and mother actually had to hold him back, but it just was very short in that the police car was coming, shortly followed by the ambulance. The next day, I was on page 3 of our county newspaper. A 15-year-old Spring Valley boy, Harold Mishkin, was rushed to Ramapo General Hospital in critical condition after being hit by an auto at 10 p.m. on Morris Road. The driver of the auto said the Mishkin boy darted in front of his car. I didn't dart. Okay, let me tell you what happened. It's Friday night, and I'm hanging out with the fellas. Now, that's the name that one of the guys, my friends, my neighborhood friends, Rich, dubbed us with. And and we get along, and we're exploring our options about what to do on a Friday night. Well, the options are kind of limited in that none of us are driving it yet. So Glenn says, let's walk to the Den. The Den is the official high school hangout. I think the school board built it in the middle of Memorial Park in the center of town. And none of us are excited about going because besides living in the same neighborhood, the one thing that we have in common is none of us are in with the in crowd. So, and that's primarily who's going to be at the Den. But, it's the only choice, so we go and we spend an hour and change there, and we look at one another. Okay, we've had enough, and start walking home. And after we turn the corner to the road leading into our development, we're about midway down the road, Glenn says, one of the friends, "Hey guys, you want to hang out at my house?" I decline. I really haven't been in a good mood for a while lately. I'm having trouble with this adolescence thing, and I won't even go into my family issues. But also, I didn't sleep that well last night, and I'm tired. So, guys, I'm going to call it a night. Okay, Harry, check you later. So I cross the street. Now, let me get this exact orientation, because we were walking on the right-hand side of the road, and I cross all the way over to the left-hand side of the road. So I'm kind of like walking parallel to them. Just as a car turns a corner, it comes barrel-assing down the road way too fast for a residential neighborhood. I'll later learn that the driver is a senior in our class. And what my friends figured is he must have seen them walking on the right, because he swerves over to the left. Just as I'm approaching the stop sign where the development starts, and just as he's approaching the house of this girl from our class who he was dating, who dropped him. So he must have been like looking over there to see if her lights were on, because he never beeped his horn. And I must have heard the screeching of the brakes and turned around at the last instant. My handprint was deeply embedded in his hood. And that was it. I was gone. Do you know who I am? Yeah, you're my father. And that's my mother. I figure I'm in some kind of bed, but I have no sense of time or place. And the darkness re-envelops. Where am I? What happened? You were hit by a car. The darkness re-envelops. Somehow I open my eyes again. They're at the foot of the bed. Is it Easter vacation yet? I'm trying to put things together. I see, okay, it's daylight and I'm not in school. No, Easter vacation passed last month. You were hit by a car. I don't know how long this went on, but eventually it started sinking in. I was hit by a car? Was I hurt? You're going to be all right. It turns out I wasn't just hit. I was whacked. I was really whacked. But my friend's description was pretty spectacular. I went flying through the air. But as far as I know, it was like a non-event. 1 minute I'm walking home, kind of a mopey teenager, and within the next couple of weeks I'm like a celebrity. People that would never normally talk to me come out and say, "I can't believe you're still alive." So it will take me a while I don't know if I remember that night, but 10 years later, I'll remember the moment that I was hit. And I'm walking in San Francisco. I'm running after my friend Sharon, who I was deeply in love with. I follow her into the gates of hell. But this night, I crossed Columbus Boulevard, which is divided, has a median. And so, like, we're running with traffic coming behind us, and I'm thinking, this is dangerous. This is just like, and I slip, and bam, I'm back there 10 years ago in that experience. I see the grill of the 61 Ford, and putting my hand out like I could stop it. This is it. You know, it's like not just a memory. Sharon says, Harry, are you all right? Yeah, I just slipped.